Have you ever pondered the cataclysmic events that led to the ignition of the war to end all wars? Today, we delve into the annals of history to unravel the intricate web of World War I. It all began on a seemingly ordinary day in June 1914, when Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria and his wife were assassinated in Sarajevo. This assassination was no ordinary event. It was the spark that lit the fuse of the First World War. The assassin, a Bosnian Serb nationalist, had unknowingly set in motion a series of events that would forever change the course of human history. In the aftermath of the assassination, a complex web of alliances, rivalries, and tensions between the great powers of Europe came to the forefront. Austria-Hungary, backed by Germany, declared war on Serbia, whose ally Russia mobilized in response. The dominoes began to topple, and by August of that same year, Germany, France, and Britain were embroiled in war. The early stages of the war were marked by a series of rapid German advances, a strategy known as the Schlieffen Plan. However, this plan soon unraveled at the First Battle of the Marne. Here, the French and British forces halted the German advance, marking the beginning of a stalemate that would last for the next 4 years. The Western Front, a series of trenches stretching from the English Channel to the Swiss border, became a symbol of the brutal and unrelenting nature of this war. Soldiers lived, fought, and often died in these trenches, enduring horrific conditions and the constant threat of enemy fire. B-roll, footage of soldiers in the trenches, showing the cramped and dirty conditions they lived in. Meanwhile, on the Eastern Front, the war was characterized by much greater mobility, yet it was no less devastating. The Russian army suffered severe defeats at the hands of Germany and Austria-Hungary, leading to civil unrest back home and, eventually, the Russian Revolution. In the final year of the war, the tide began to turn. The entry of the United States into the war in 1917 provided the Allies with much-needed resources and manpower. In November 1918, after a successful Allied offensive, an armistice was signed, effectively ending the war. World War I was a conflict of unprecedented scale and devastation. It resulted in the death of more than 9 million combatants and 7 million civilians, forever altering the geopolitical landscape. In summary, the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand sparked a war that engulfed the globe. The conflict was characterized by trench warfare on the Western Front and greater mobility on the Eastern Front. The war concluded with the signing of an armistice in November 1918, but not before causing unimaginable destruction and loss of life. This war to end all wars was not just a historical event, it was a turning point that shaped the world as we know it today. It serves as a stark reminder of the devastating consequences of global conflict and the importance of diplomacy in maintaining peace.